Hey everyone, I'm going to teach you how to make some weapons in Trove today. We're going to be making all the weapons, which are gun, the sword, and the staff. And I'm going to be using Qubicle Constructor, the Stonehearth edition, which is $11. If you don't want to pay for the $11 version, you can download one of the many free ones. There's Zoxel, Magica Voxel, and they're all good, but this one is the easiest one to use. So if you can afford the 11 bucks, it's well worth it. So let's start off with the gun. Okay, we're going to click this button to make a new box, and we want it. The gun is 5 wide, and we're going to make the height 12. Oops, and the depth is 5. If we do it like this, the box sits straight up for us, so we don't have to turn it or anything like that. Now, let's go to the matrix. Okay, your handle is going to be facing on this side of the box, your pink voxel. And the top of the gun is going to be facing on this side. And that will be keeping it perfectly aligned. So we're going to start, hold the space bar, pull the little arrow down to the bottom, hit space bar again, and that's the bottom of our gun. We're just going to make some basic stuff just so you see how to do it, and then you can make whatever you like. I'm going to use the add tool, and none of these voxels can be less than 20 20 20. Okay, you can't do you can do like this, like that, that's fine, but you can't do like this. You can't do that, it's too dark and they don't allow that color. And also, you can only have one voxel that is 255, 0, and 255. That's the pink voxel, and that'll be your attachment point where the gun sits in the hand, or any weapon sits in the hand. Okay, so we're gonna leave that off for now. This is the front, or this is the tip of the gun, the end of it. So let's go ahead and it's blue, sure, why not? Okay, let's make a little square here. This is our gun. It's not gonna be pretty. I hit spacebar again. We got the little voxels there. Okay. So actually, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Let's add it like this. Oh, to move the box around like this, you hold Alt and then left click and hold the left click and drag your mouse around and move it around. Okay. So we'll add some more to this because a gun is not just one. Yeah. So we'll get a couple on there. It's getting kind of tall now. Keep it going. Okay, we'll add a couple sights. Sure, why not white? Add a couple sights there. Well, maybe do it like a real gun. Add a sight here, bam, just like that. Okay. Now let's add our attachment point. We need one voxel down, and then we need one more for the attachment point. Okay. So we're gonna make our attachment point is 255, 0, 255. So pink color. Let's add it to there. There's our attachment point, and there's our gun. Okay. Looks good, right? Yeah, it's not bad. You see how it's facing? Has to be facing that way. Pink voxel has to be facing down this way. The tip of the gun has to be pointing where the arrow is pointing. The top of the gun. Okay? That's how you set it. Alright? Has to be just like that. Now, that's the gun. You can work in anywhere you want in this box, but it has to fit inside the box. And you have to have the attachment point with one voxel above it. so it sits in the hand nice. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move this over. Now let's do let's do the sword. Let's create a new one, and the sword dimensions are 10 wide, 10 high, and 35 long. Okay, now you see it's facing, this is the correct direction for the sword. Has to be facing pointing the z-axis. Okay, your handle, the pink voxel, is going to be down on this side. The tip of your sword is going to be over here. Has to sit that way. If you flip it around, it'll be upside down or backwards in the hand or anything like that. Okay, maybe for a ninja sword, but they flip it back on their own. You don't have to do that. So you just make the swords all the same like this. Okay, let's go into the matrix. Now the swords are funny because we'll start at the back here at the handle. Now the sword has to be, we'll make a blue sword. The sword has to be, the handle has to be the 5th voxel up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your handle has to start here. Okay? That's going to be where your handle starts. Your pink voxel has to be on this plane. Okay? So we'll make a little thing around it, you know, make it look like a halfway decent, like a normal sword would. Something like that. Then we'll add some more here because, you know, it's kind of weird sword, short. Make it like that. That'll work. Now I want my attach point right here. So I'm going to change the color. Remember, attach point is 255, 0, 255. I'm going to use this tool right here, which is B, and paint that voxel the pink color. Now, you can't have any voxels. You can only have one here and one here on the other side, on these sides of it. You can't have one here, you can't have one here, and you can't have one here. Anywhere on those voxels, you can't have them. If you do, they'll deny it because it won't work. It'll go through the hand and it'll look funny. So don't try it, okay? And you need a voxel, one voxel, and one voxel to be clear, okay? So let's, it's gonna be weird looking, but hey, why not? Never mind, let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna add a little thing around it, you know, make it look halfway decent. And then we'll just do a white sword. Just make a little thing. You can get as crazy as you want, but you know, as crazy as you want it. I'm just gonna make a basic one just so you see. But you can fill this whole thing up if you wanted with some huge axe or anything like that. Okay. So here's our sword. We have one voxel here, one voxel here clear. I probably could have left it so it wasn't look funky looking with the one, you know, with 2 here and then 2 here. So we'll go back and change that a little bit. Put it here so it looks more even. You can do it however you want, but yeah, I'll just show you. Okay, look at it. Is that how we like it? Yep, that's how we like it. Hit the model button. It's got to face that way. The pink voxel is the attachment point for the hand. Has to be this way, and the front of the sword has to be facing that way. Okay. All right, let's move this over now. And the staff is the same way, except the staff doesn't have the little 5 voxel up thing. So we can make it however we want, but we're not going to get crazy with it. Now it's going to be 12 by 12 by 35. Okay, the width is going to be 35. Or no, yeah, the width is going to be no. Yeah, the width is going to be 35. And no, it's not. 12. It's the depth is 35 to get it to be on the right axis, so you don't have to change it up or anything. Okay, so we're going with 12 width, 12 height, and the depth of 35. So it puts it along the correct axis for us, so we don't have to flip it around or anything like that. Okay. Now the staff has some stuff, but it's not the same as the sword. So we'll take a look at that real quick. Now we'll start our handle back here. Let's go for a red color. Why not? Okay. So we got our handle started right there. That's where our handle is going to be. Now you can do it however you want. If you like to do it by the slice, do it by the slice. If you like to do it like this, do it by this. Okay. So this part, the back end of the handle, where we'll add some more here first real quick, and then I'll show you. Okay. So we got a little staff going here. Okay, it's just going to be a basic, no frills staff, you know. We will add our pink voxel for the attachment point. It's 255, 0255. You cannot have any other voxel this color. This is specifically for the attachment point. Right there, okay? Now, let's add some more real quick and then I'll explain it for you. Okay, there we go. Alright, now, the funny thing with the staff is, this part right here, from the attachment point back, this way, cannot be longer than 14 voxels. So if you have it way up here and then you got 16 voxels back here, it's not going to work. Okay? So wherever you put that pink voxel, make sure there's not more than 14 behind it. Okay? And in the front of the pink voxel, make sure it's at least 16 voxels long. It cannot be shorter than 16 voxels. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Your wand has to be at least that long, 16, in front of the pink voxel. It can be way out here if you want it, but it has to be 16 at least. Okay? So we'll just add some random stuff here just so it looks more like a wand, you know. Add some crazy stuff at the top. Just to make it look more wandy, you know. Yeah, I can't. Seems I can't put the voxels today, huh? Okay, whatever color you color it here is going to be that color. So, figure the color you like and then do it that color. Okay, it is a funky looking staff, but you get the idea. Hopefully, you'll think of something better than this for sure. Okay. All right. So we have our three weapon types. That's how you make the weapons. Okay. Just make sure they're facing all this direction. The pink voxel always faces this way on the z-axis, and the top of the stuff faces this way on the z-axis. Okay. Attachment point back this way, front of the up here. Attachment point, front up here. Don't forget the rules here. You have to go 5 up, and then you have to be no less than 4 or no more than 14 in the back and no less than 16 in the front. It can be longer, can't be shorter. Okay. So let's save these. Okay, here. To save them, if you're using Qubicle Constructor, you can do like this to save it easier. Click this button that says QB, and then save it wherever you want. Just make sure you remember where you save it though, okay? I will save mine in Documents. Let's call it Trove Creations. Just remember where you saved it, that's all. And and remember, give it a name that's good, Trove Gun. Trove Sword. And this one. Now, there is a naming convention with these things though. So when you submit them to Trove, when they accept your item, you have to name these in a different way. And I'll tell you that in the next tutorial. Okay? So, we'll do this, we'll do the staff, save the staff real quick, too. Trove staff. Now all this you can just leave the same, whatever the default is. Okay, so we got our 3 weapons made. I'll see you in the next part for the rest of it. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you stick around to the next part. Thank you very much and have a good night. Welcome back, guys. This is part 2 of the